talk about equilibrium of forces. And what we have here on the board, we have a diagram. This is a knife edge. These are sets of masses. One of the masses is 50 Newton. The second one is 20 Newton. Now the 50 Newton mass is covering the distance from this point in the meter rule to a certain point where the knife edge is being placed. And then the 20 Newton mass is also covering from this point to a certain point where the knife edge has been placed. So according to the principle of moment, this body moves in a clockwise direction this way. So here we call it the clockwise direction. While if it moves this way, we call this one the anti-clockwise direction. Now, if you are taking a moment around this pivot, this origin called O, what we need to do is taking anti-clockwise moment. We have M1, we call it M2 rather, to be equal to force 1 multiplied by the distance 1. So when we substitute this, we are taking from this point. So we are taking from this point, we have our M2 to be equal to the value of this force is what? 20 Newton. We multiply it by the distance that is covering from this point to the point where the knife edge is placed. So we have X. So at the end of the day, we have this to be equal to 20x Newton. Now, taking clockwise moments about the pivot, we have this. We call it M1, which is equal to what? Sorry, this is supposed to give us F2 and D2. This F1 multiplied by D2. So M1 now is equal to the value of this force, 50, multiplied by this distance 2. So M1 now gives us 100. Sorry, this is supposed to give us Newton meter, and then this is the same thing as Newton meter. Now, for us to be able to get this distance, by principle of moment, M1 must be equal to M2. So we now substitute straight and have all the values of M1 is what? 100. Then M2 is 20x. So x now becomes 100 divided by 20, and then x is equal to 20 divided by 100 divided by 20 gives us 5 meters. So this is the answer that we are having from this diagram. Thank you.